Hey, what's going on, folks? It's Larry at Packmaster Dog Training here. I put out a video this morning about obedience not being that beneficial for behavioral problems. Basically, I said something like down, sit, and come won't fix your dog's behavior problems, and it opened up some real good discussion, which is good. That's what we want, especially the way things have been going. And I've been involved with plenty of that, Lord knows. But it has opened up some real good discussion with a lot of different trainers. So I think there might have been some confusion at some point. So let's go a little deeper. Let me be more specific about what I was talking about. All right. Years ago, when I started getting noticed for what I was doing with dogs, my dogs did nothing. Okay. I didn't work on basic obedience. I didn't teach my dogs commands. They were just very well behaved. I can go any place. I could be in a city downtown area with my dogs off leash, and people would notice. And they would always ask me, how do you do that? And I didn't really understand it because it wasn't a novelty to me. But I never worked on basic obedience. I didn't enjoy it. I didn't like it. My dogs really didn't know how to do anything except be well behaved. So what I was touching on earlier today was, I'll give you an example. I like using examples because it makes it more clear for people. If I get a dog to my house, let's say with some behavioral problems, doesn't matter what it is, all right? Let's say I keep that dog for 1 week and I never work on down, sit, come, place, all the basic obedience commands that a lot of people work on. Let's say I never do that. I can almost guarantee you that I'm going to be able to fix those dogs' behavioral problems without ever doing any of that, okay? During that week's time, the leash is utilized quite a bit. I provide a lot of structure, a lot of rules, a lot of boundaries. The dog is with me. When he's not with me, he's crated or in a pen. When he is with me, he's on a leash. He's not running around free. He's not going to the bathroom when he wants. He's eating when I give him food. He's drinking when I give him water. He's with me that whole time, and I'm teaching him just how to be. That's it, okay? We will go for walks. Now, a lot of people may say that's teaching obedience. Well, I don't know. I don't see it that way. But, the structured walk is big with me, and that was the main tool that, if there was one thing I did to train my dogs, that was it. Long structured walks. It's still so beneficial. And in my opinion, it is the best dog training tool available, a good structured walk. Okay? Within that week time, I'm going to fix most behaviors. There's no doubt about it. All right? Without ever giving a down, sit, come, or place. Period. I can guarantee it. I know because I did it for years. So, and it's just not something that, I'm only gifted with. Anyone's capable of doing this. On the other hand, let's say I take that same dog in, and for that full week, I work on down, sit, place, come, all the usual things. And when we're not doing that, I just go about letting him do his normal thing. I guarantee you those behavioral problems are still going to be there. I know because I deal with it constantly, and that's what so many trainers do. They work on that obedience. So I think what I was trying to touch on is exactly that, and I have some, like I said, we had good discussion with some real great trainers out there. And some of you said that obedience is the foundation of a well-behaved dog or something. And I disagree. I really do. I don't think so. I think rules and boundaries and structure is the foundation of a well-behaved dog. But again, I'm speaking from experience. That's what I've done most of my life with the dogs, and that's just really important to me. And another thing, you got to understand, there's a ton of dog trainers that I respect a great deal out there. I think they're fantastic dog trainers. I don't agree with everything they do or say. And vice versa. You don't have to agree or understand everything that I do or say, but that's okay. That's totally okay. You can respect someone and think they're a great trainer without agreeing with everything they do. It's very hard to find two trainers that agree on everything. It really is, and that's good. It opens up discussion like we had today, which we need more of. Last week, I went over 1 million views on my YouTube page, which is mind-blowing to me. You know, I do my videos so unprofessional with an iPhone and my little girl. You know, that's how I film videos. Very unprofessional. But I've gone over 1 million views. That's a lot of views. So that means these videos are reaching a lot of people. Now, there's trainers on my side of the coin that have a lot more views than me. They're out there. They're very public. So we're being seen quite a lot. So everything we do or say is under a microscope, whether it's good or bad. But I have over 1 million views. You know, I know a lot of us out there have over 2 million, 3 million views. Let's think about this. When you take someone like Zach George or Victoria Stilwell, I don't know what they have, but I guarantee you they have many, 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 many millions more views than we do as professional trainers, which is a damn shame, which means there's a lot more people listening to people that are not good for dog training industry. Okay, let's face it. Victoria Stilwell is not a dog trainer. She is a disgrace to dog training. She's a TV. Zach George, at least he can teach a dog to do things. You know, he's good at teaching tricks and stuff like that. I'll give him that. But he's always bashing anyone who does anything other than, you know, training with his turkey, his currency. So these are two people that you have in the spotlight with millions and millions of followers giving false advice, harmful advice, putting dogs in shelters and getting them killed nonstop because they have bigger voices in the industry than we do. Okay, when I say we do, I mean people like-minded, don't have to agree with each other, but I don't even want to use that word. I hate the balanced trainer thing, but you know what I'm talking about. You know, like I said, I'm a purely positive, balanced trainer, bursting with versatility. You give that to a purely positive trainer and their head wants to explode, okay? It really pisses them off. Go ahead and use it. Just send me $5 or so. But other than that, you know, the things we put out there, people who are making a lot of videos and stuff, it's hard to make videos because you're going to get a lot of criticism. So even if I don't agree with everything you do, I respect what you're trying to do, you know. And I know there's plenty that disagree with me. There's a lot of Cesar Millan haters out there in the professional dog training world. You know, hate Cesar Millan. I don't hate Cesar Millan. You know, he doesn't claim to be a trainer and be teaching dogs to do things. And if you take the majority of his message, it's good. It's good. We need more people following. I don't agree with everything he does, but again, we don't have to. All right? So we can all be civil. We can learn from each other because basically, you know, we're on the same side when it comes to the end, but there's so much friction, and I've been guilty of it too. I try very hard when I see something that upsets me not to go on a rant and put negativity out there because it always backfires. I'm never happy with the outcome. You understand what I'm saying? But back to the original subject, because I'm rambling now. You can really create a well-behaved dog, is my point, even with behavioral problems, with nothing but a leash and a lot of rules and boundaries and structure. There's no doubt in my mind because I do it and I've done it for a very long time. That doesn't mean no, don't do obedience, don't practice down, sit. Of course, I do that with every dog. But again, in my opinion, that's a very small part of it, guys. And the guys who are doing a lot of obedience, you're missing out on all the other important parts that's taking place in the home that I'm talking about. I work with a lot of IPO dogs, a lot of Schutzen dogs. Their obedience is spectacular. You take an IPO 3 dog, pretty sharp, but yet there's a shitload of behavioral problems that I'm called in to help with. Why is that? And some of it very simple stuff, because those rules and boundaries, they're not there. That structure isn't there. They think they have to create a savage to perform in some kind of dog sport, and it's not true, guys. And what a lot of people are realizing is the more you have that control, the better they're performing in the dog sports. You understand what I'm saying? So hopefully that clears up a little bit of what I was talking about earlier. But again, it opened up some real good discussion, and hopefully this week will be a lot better than the past 2 weeks, and all us dog trainers can come along and say, yeah, I don't agree with that, but it's cool, you're doing a good job. You understand what I'm saying? All right, folks, peace.